Hello and welcome to the Mercian Pilgrim. Today I am at Lilleshall Abbey in Shropshire. This is the rather extensive ruin of a 12th century abbey, and today I'll be taking a look around and I'll tell you a little bit about the history of Lilleshall Abbey. Join me for a quick tour. Lilleshall Abbey was founded in 1148 by Richard de Belmis as an Augustinian abbey, and this was originally for monks from the Augustinian Erausian order. And the group that came originally were from Dorchester Abbey, but the Erausian order is actually centred, or was centred, in the Abbey of Arouais in north-eastern France, and I apologise for my shocking pronunciation. As you can see, this is beautifully built, but if you ever come here, do pick a dry day, because the grass absolutely soaked through the leather of my boots, or just pick better boots than I did. These buildings were constructed over time, and while it was started in the 12th, a lot of the construction was also done in the 13th and the 14th century. And Lilleshall was one of 9 eventual Erausian monasteries in England. Okay, I'll do a quick turn here just to give you the layout. Ahead of us is the presbytery, and that had the altar. We're now turning into the south transept. That door ahead of us is the sacristy, or leads to the sacristy. Turning here is the nave, and you can see straight down the main body of the place. That was where the congregation would have been. Rich people at the front, and the poorer people, if they were in, would have been at the back. This is the north transept, and turning back, this is the presbytery, and as I advance here, the altar, the high altar, would originally have been right under this big window in front of us. It's a shame, because this would have been a gorgeous place in its day. At this point in time, we're now moving towards the sacristy through the south transept. This area is where one of the ghosts has been seen, a black-robed monk holding a book, who did speak to the photographer that saw him, but vanished before a photo could be taken. Moving through here, we're now entering the abbey's sacristy, and this room is where they kept all of the ritual equipment, the robes, and all of the things that they used in the services. And the monk who was in charge of this was called the sacrist. And moving around, we pass through this door, and I had to watch my footing, wet boots on stone, into this passageway, which, as I turn ahead of me, this is the east end of the passageway, and this is believed to have led out to an infirmary. And as I turn, this passageway would have been used as a place that they could discuss things without breaking the rule of the cloister, the rule of silence. We emerge into the cloister. Ahead of us is what used to be the abbot's quarters and the kitchens and the abbot's hall, and turning, we come back towards the main body of the abbey, the nave, and I have no idea what this room was. There's nothing on any of the maps, nothing on any of the documentation that I've managed to find. It's a complete mystery to me, and what can I say? It happens. It happens. I'm now on the top of a tower in the nave, turning slowly towards the cloister, and I'm glad I was using the selfie stick for this one. That cloister actually houses one of the other ghosts. The ghost of a black monk, black-robed Augustinian monk, has been seen in that area. When you see him, he challenges you and asks you, "Do you know the secret of Lilleshall Abbey?" He is said to watch you for a couple of seconds, gauging, checking your reaction, and then vanishes. But local legend implies that one or more of the monks might have been complicit in a murder. A murder that is believed to involve none other than King Henry III. Appropriately enough, we find ourselves walking through the cloister area at this point. So, according to legend, King Henry III was entertained at this abbey, and that happened more than once in the early 1240s. But this time, the legend says that he tried to sell titles and appointments to the locals to make a quick profit. Things came wrong when he tried to sell the title of sheriff because there was already a sheriff. The sheriff heard of it and rode to Lilleshall Abbey immediately, and it was at the abbey that the sheriff is said to have been murdered. The abbot is said to have witnessed the murder and still haunts the abbey. Is the abbot the black-robed monk that's been seen in the cloister area? I don't know, but I wouldn't want to bet against it. In itself, the abbey was prestigious and prosperous. It had income from multiple sources, including property investment and bridge tolls. But there were storm clouds. The abbot was called to account for exceeding his privileges multiple times by King Edward I, and the fortunes of the abbey suffered in the 14th century. This was due to the abbey indulging in some reckless selling of pensions, and there were accusations of financial mismanagement. Ultimately, the abbey was dissolved in 1538 and, as seems quite normal for the abbeys in this area, became the property of a wealthy family, in this case the Levesons of Wolverhampton. This continued until the English Civil War, at which point Lilleshall Abbey was occupied by royalist forces. They fortified the site and they held it for the king. Now, I'm told that they held it for 3 or 4 weeks, but the parliamentary forces made it in, and unfortunately, as can be seen, the entire place was practically destroyed by those parliamentary forces. That pretty much wraps up what I have to say. If you've enjoyed the video and you're still with me, thank you for watching this far, and please do like and subscribe. I'll be back with another video as soon as I can be. In the meantime, stay safe and take care. Bye for now.